I've had many people attack me over the years, whether it's somebody who I didn't let into the club and they're upset with me, or whether it's just
Ex-girlfriends.
some ladies who see me walking down the street. But people throw punches a lot. Now, it got to a point where I kind of understood and kind of could almost see when they're going to punch. So today, we're going to have a look at this. How do you see a punch coming? How do you know when it's coming, okay? Okay, first of all, number one. It's a case of, it's nothing to do with what the person, where the person is standing. It's to do with what's the scenario. Have you given them reason to throw a punch at you? For example, I remember being in a situation where this guy, I was working at Piccadilly Institute, and this guy was sticking a camera in my face, his phone in my face. And I'd turned my back on him and the phone was right here, and I turned around and I just went like that and I slapped the phone out of his hand. The phone flew into the street, and I thought, and he looked at the phone, he looked at me. He looked at the phone, and at that point I thought, okay, he's gonna do something. He looked at me again, and he looked at the phone, and as he turned around to look at me again, he went for me. I blocked the punch and said to him, oh mate, calm down, relax, relax, relax. But it's almost because of what I've done to him and the way he was looking at me, I knew he was gonna do something. He was contemplating, do I get my phone or do I do something to him? Get my phone, do something to him. In the end, he did it. So that was one indication. Okay, now the next indication, number two, is more kind of physical. You'll always know when someone's gonna throw a punch is when someone's going to throw a punch, they're going to do something to you that's aggressive, they will start to look around. They look around. They might be looking to see where their mates are, thinking, I'm going to do something here, I hope my mates are here to back me up. They might be looking to see where your mates are. They might be looking to see if there's any police around. They might be looking for an escape route, but at the end of the day, they start looking around. They're looking around, they're looking at you, looking around, looking at you, and eventually, you know they're gonna do something, okay? Third one is all about that posture, that body language. Often, it starts like this. They may push you or whatever, and they argue this and that. And then what they do, that they tend to stand to one side, one foot in front of the other. And this hand goes back. Now, often they hide this hand, they hide it. So they're like this, they don't want to see you clench it, they don't want to see you clenching that fist, and they hide it, and then suddenly they come, boom. That's what often they do. So it's about that stance, changing their posture, one leg before they normally start off like this, they step back, one leg goes in front of the other, and you know that they're ready to do something. The fourth one is, normally the posture changes. You might see the fist clench. They start to, they can go from just a normal posture to almost trying to widen themselves, and they're trying to, I don't know what it is. They want to intimidate you. They try to just make themselves bigger to seem maybe more intimidating, hoping that as soon as they launch, you're going to potentially maybe be scared of that punch or something along those lines. But, they want to just make themselves look, animals do it. When animals are in danger, they puff themselves up, they make themselves look bigger, in order to frighten their attacker. And that's what people tend to do when they want to punch. The final one is, sometimes it's what they do. They pretend to walk away and they turn their back on you. They tend to, whatever. They tend to walk away, they turn their back, and all of a sudden they think you're off guard and they'll turn around and boom! They want to get you. They want to get you. They try to deceive you. They try to distract you. It can be in other ways, like, they look behind you or something along those lines and, they want you to draw your attention to something behind you, and then they want to go for you. But they'll use the art of distraction. In those situations, you've got to stay focused and keep your eye on whoever is attacking you. And, I forgot another one. They'll close the distance. Like, I'll always try to keep that distance, that arm's length, and keep them back. And what they do is that they'll step forward towards you. They'll step forward towards you and they'll get closer and closer so that they're at striking distance. So if I just keep moving, whatever, moving to the side or whatever, and they'll position themselves in front of me, if I move, they move. So they get themselves in a nice position, a nice angle where they can strike. So there's so many things you can look at when somebody's gonna throw a punch. But you just need to be careful and just make sure you stay alert so you can have a sense that it's coming. Best thing you can do, if you think it's coming, walk away. It's only if you can't walk away what to look out for, but if you ever think someone's gonna hit you, try to walk away. Don't forget, we have our own YouTube channels. Jason has a channel, I have my channel. We've got merchandise, a bunch of t-shirts, hoodies, Aikidoflow stuff. And we've also got an online masterclass where you can learn all of our techniques. We got the traditional way and also the street way of how we learn our techniques and how we practice our techniques. So you'll get all the links below. You'll see all that information there. I do one-on-one classes. Get on the link, see my website, give me a shout, and we'll get this going. So in conclusion, look, people are going to attack you if you're in a situation where you're gonna give people reason to attack you. Now on the doors, sometimes it wasn't provoked. Don't get me wrong, I have come across some nasty doormen who do provoke stuff, but most of the time it was never provoked. And it's just a case of upsetting somebody who's had a bit too much to drink and they are not allowed in the club and they want to get physically aggressive and verbally aggressive. But at the end of the day, you should, if you're not in that kind of situation where you're in security or in the police or something like that, it's easy to avoid a situation where somebody's trying to hit you. But if they are trying to hit you, you know what to look out for now. Take care.